women are now becoming more masculine. They feel as if they don't need men, which I think is the problem here.
Ugh. Oh no!
As a white Trump supporter, I am scared.
Of what?
As a white woman, I understand your struggles. Like, I get told that I love Starbucks all the time. And yeah, I like it, but it's like not that great.
What's up, people?
Welcome, Homo sapiens. Back with another video.
We're gonna look at the most controversial Jubilee videos.
Oh, yeah.
Which one should we start with first?
I kind of want to start with either the Trump one or the trans versus conservatives, one of the two.
So let's go Trump supporters first.
Okay.
There's people with predatory behavior in every...
Excuse me, but if I could say this...
It's not baked into their religion.
If he asks if he can say it, then
Probably shouldn't say it.
If you have to second guess if you can say something, no, it's probably no.
Sometimes I feel anxious about how the other side views me.
The one blonde guy like, fuck no, my America.
could you imagine if that was actually his reason?
So bad.
Just a disclaimer, this video is gonna go through some controversial topics.
We're just reacting to the video, that's all.
Yes.
We're just comedians.
That's the ultimate defense. Now we can say anything we want.
I'm gonna say the N-word. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Nice. It's technically an N-word.
What is this woman wearing? Oh, megapreneur! If this woman saw Trump, she would fucking orgasm right on the spot.
She'd grab him by the pussy.
When I leave my house, every day I get death threats.
Where does she live? She just walks into a grocery store. People are like, fuck you, I'm gonna kill you.
I'll fight for your right for freedom. I expect for you to fight for mine too.
I'm not even gonna comment on that. I don't think a comment is necessary.
No, let's just sit in silence for like 5 seconds and then it'll work.
Fight for mine too.
I think my group gets represented unfairly in the media.
Now the blonde guy making himself. They're
Wow.
just there. They're like, fuck you guys.
The fucking Trump supporters are like, we're oppressed.
Oh no, they're all
Okay.
going. Okay.
When Trump said the things about Mexicans being criminals, I'm part of all the immigrants, no matter what country you're from.
We can say the same thing for Trump supporters.
This lady needs to learn how to shut her mouth.
They're not gonna deport you. What do you mean they're the same?
I remember when Trump went on a rant about all those Trump supporters, how he was gonna deport them all to Trumplandia.
We're gonna go to Trumplandia. It'll be tremendous. We're all gonna go bankrupt within the year. It'll be huge. Give Trump supporters credit. Someone like peacefully will say, yeah, I voted for Trump. They will get shit on. But it's not as bad as like immigrants.
There are a lot of Trump supporters who are like totally normal people. And
I have a
like,
couple people I know who are Trump supporters. They're very chill, nice.
If my friend was a Trump supporter, I wouldn't really give a shit unless they were an asshole.
Yeah.
But the thing is, Trump, he's like a shit magnet. All the shit just goes towards him. But yeah, don't shit on people just because of their politics. Shit on them because they're bad people.
Yes.
Could I ask both of you a question?
That's the thumbnail, dude.
This guy just looks like the most stereotypical Trump supporter.
This guy looks like the villain of the video. He's ready to kick everyone off the island.
I feel threatened by this presidency.
I need context. What is the case? 2018, so it was still Trump.
Imagine if the blonde guy walked up. Even though I voted for the man, I do feel threatened.
There's a Twitter account that compiles a bunch of tweets from people who are like, I voted for Trump and I'm never voting for him again.
You should just come to Canada, dude. We're much better.
There are some rough parts of Canada.
Oh, God, yeah.
Even parts that people consider good places, like Quebec is not welcoming to immigrants,
Quebec.
intolerant to people who don't speak French, to different races.
I think Alberta's the same, is it not?
Cities are fine, rural areas not so great. And again, these are just generalizations, doesn't apply to everyone.
Yeah.
You're saying you work so hard, and yet we work so hard too.
She's working hard to make us hate her.
She's doing it in like a calm tone. She's not telling him to get the fuck out, but it's like so condescending.
I too was born in a third world country and had to struggle to survive.
What country is that? New Jersey.
Dude, New Jersey is a third world country.
May as well be.
I understand why you're scared, that as a white Trump supporter, I am scared.
Of what? Let's just cut to a quick clip of the storming the Capitol.
As a white woman, I understand your struggles. Like, I get told that I love Starbucks all the time. And yeah, I like it, but it's like not that great.
As a Canadian, I get offended when people say we're always going to Tim Hortons, even though I just got Tim Hortons this morning. I don't go there often.
Like, I just like their ice caps. Like, get off my back about it.
Fucking.
I have lost my freedom of speech.
What are you fucking talking about?
I'm still waiting for the blonde guy to say the one thing that'll get everyone to leave.
Yeah, this girl's been the only one talking.
Yeah.
Maybe every other thing they said was some really racist shit. And so
They're
this is
cutting
the only
around the
girl-
racist stuff.
the only girl they could actually get any usable footage of.
I have lost my freedom of religion.
I bet she's Catholic.
I have lost my freedom to wear this shirt.
This woman is wearing that shirt around town and is being like, why are people calling me a Trump supporter?
Are you oppressing me?
It's almost like you have some semblance of the reality that people of color live with.
But I've never seen that. My neighbors are black.
That doesn't mean anything.
Sure, I call him the N-word, but he likes it.
He doesn't say anything. I assume it's okay. What is this video? Oh my god.
These people are talking about getting oppressed on a fundamental level, and this woman is like,
You don't understand what I'm going through.
We should do like a parody sketch of this. It's like gamers versus non-gamers. There's just one guy. Like you have to bleep everything out.
you hear the director in the background, holy fuck. We're gonna have to cut that part.
What the fuck, dude?
We go to the grocery store and I'm picking out yogurt. I'm picking out yogurt who looks like someone just like you.
Yogurt looks like her.
That's such a weird thing to say.
Nobody in my county treats people like that.
Just because you don't see it doesn't mean it's not happening.
I can actually relate to what you went through because that is a shred of similarity to what people of color have always felt.
That woman's saying it in like the most polite way possible.
Even though she could totally tell the woman to fuck off, she's not.
Half the stuff she was saying was just damage control so this woman wouldn't get all pissy at her.
I believe in immigration, but I am against illegal immigration.
I'm just gonna interject real quick. We should give some people who illegal immigration some more legal status. Not everyone. That's the thing though. In California, where there are a lot of farmers, a lot of those people are slaves. They get paid $2-3 an hour. It costs money to deport people. It costs money to put people in jail. If you made them legal, then you'd be getting tax money, which would be a net positive. There are articles showing that some level of legalization of illegal immigrants does really well for the economy.
I recommend this documentary I saw called Flee. It's an animated documentary about this man. There's a war going on. It shows the struggle of illegal immigration and it shows the struggle of how to get to there and how shady it can be. Check that out. Look how proud she is.
Someone in the Middle East who's gay will be killed. If someone with that culture comes here, sees a gay couple, they're gonna freak out.
Maybe to some degree that's true, but the thing is, most of the people who are fleeing their countries don't like that stuff. They don't support that stuff. Probably gonna be some people who are like that, but like, it's not like our rights disappear because now someone has a different culture.
I was an illegal immigrant at one point in my life. We left country of war, oppression towards women, and
But if we don't have...
Let him finish!
Let finish his
Holy
statement.
fuck! He literally got a third of the way through his sentence and she's already saying he's wrong.
It's like,
We want you to come and be safe, but don't you want that for everyone else?
what a lot of people like this woman don't really recognize, it's not like people who want to immigrate can just immigrate. You know how hard it is to immigrate to a new country? You have to either marry someone, you have to either get a job, and even then, if you get fired, then you could get deported.
it takes time, like, it takes effort, it takes a lot of money.
If you're not from a developed country, the waiting list is upwards of a decade. When you're in an active war zone, you don't have 10 years.
But what about our vets? What about our children that are starving? What about our foster homes?
All I hear from this woman is,
If you're homeless, just buy a house. Like, I worked hard for my $1 million that my daddy handed down to me. You need to work hard too if you want to be a part of our country.
I married a billionaire and that took time and effort and a lot of sex.
It was very hard divorcing him and getting half his net worth. It was very hard.
He had a really good lawyer.
we finally managed to squeeze some alimony out of him.
After I fucked the lawyer. He just looks like he doesn't want to be in this video. Fuck, I just want to share my opinion, not offend anyone. And this woman's holding him hostage. She's ready to talk though. Alright, get the popcorn.
Why do I keep getting fucking ads? I'm a fucking guy. I literally get them on a daily basis.
Refugees you support.
Yes.
Travel ban, Muslim ban you support.
It's not a Muslim ban.
Yes.
Travel ban so we can assess who's coming in.
It's not a Muslim travel ban. I just want to stop the Muslims.
I don't believe in bombing anyone.
It got cut off.
I don't believe in bombing anyone.
Unless they're Muslims.
Unless they don't vote for Trump, then fucking bomb them.
We're gonna bomb all the blue states. We've got a map of all the places where they voted for Biden.
To answer your question about why we're bombing Yemen,
we're not bombing Yemen, we're bombing radical jihadists in Yemen.
I knew he was gonna say something so stupid.
Oh my god, I was just waiting for this moment.
It's like when you see the T-Rex in Jurassic Park. You're in awe, except this is stupid.
Millions of people have died and probably 1 or 2 of them were jihadists.
if I could say this, it's not baked into their religion. 109 passages in the Quran, people are told to kill infidels until people renounce those values.
Ooh, until you're not Muslim.
Even she's like, oh my fucking god, what are you saying?
You didn't really answer the question.
No, he did. Oh no, now she's agreeing
back
with him.
into it.
There's fucked up shit in every religion. Doesn't mean everyone in that religion is
I know a bunch
person.
of people who are very Catholic. Very nice. I know a bunch of people who are Jewish. Very nice. I know a bunch of people who are... It's Muslim, the religion, right?
Islam or Muslim.
Yeah. Very nice people.
There are a lot of Middle Eastern and Southeast Asian people at our store, and they're like super sweet.
As long as you're a decent human being.
We're bombing Yemen.
I thought she said we're bombing Jumanji.
We're bombing Jumanji.
We need to keep those Jumanjians out of our country. I don't want to see Dwayne The Rock Johnson any longer.
Kevin Hart is overrated.
Jack Black, not even funny.
I think the media is portraying us all in a different light.
Anything this woman has said, that's the only thing I agree with.
Yeah.
I feel very attacked just now for my religion.
But you kept talking about the travel ban.
But you kept being Muslim. That's the problem here, is you're Muslim. This woman, like, as soon as the topic changes, she just brings it right back.
Look at that face, dude.
Muslim ban.
That has to do with immigration. Muslims continuously have to defend not only their religion, but their humanity.
Media is what I believe, blowing things out of proportion.
So,
These people have been racist the entire time, and now they're like, totally agree with you.
being racist all the time, he goes, yeah, but I think it's the media. News in America shows a lot of crime. I watched SpongeBob, and then afterwards they went onto the news about how another man shot another.
On the kids' channel, and 3 children were murdered. Next up is the Ku Klux Klan. It explains the alphabet. A is for Adolf.
B is for bomb them.
People in the media love to portray like this black and white image. More often than not, it's more spectrum. There are people who are like really friendly to like Mexicans and Muslims and Jews, but they hate gay people.
You want to do men's rights versus feminism now?
I wouldn't call myself a feminist. By the technical definition, we are feminists, I guess.
I just believe everyone should be treated fucking equally, which is technically what feminism is.
I would hope to get some insight and probably, if anything, agree on a lot more than disagreeing.
He seems like a reasonable person. Just on first impression.
Yeah, he's gonna be like that. One guy sits there and goes, okay.
And then the other people are like, Muslims are dumb. There are injustices on either side, but obviously it's more towards the women's side. For a specific example, many of the places that will do free breast inspections, they won't do it for men, even though breast cancer isn't that common in men.
No, it's more common that we'll get like testicular cancer.
It's still just kind of one of those weird things. Like,
Why aren't they screaming women for testicular cancer?
dude, this guy looks like a fucking pimp. 2 buttons undone, form-fitting shirt, wavy hair, and then he's got like a little soul patch.
He looks scummy.
I'm also known as an incel.
Oh,
he's an incel. Let's go.
Like I saw a different video with him, and he was talking about being an incel, and it was very. We should watch that one after.
Why do you think your method of thought would help fix what we have today?
I probably wouldn't view the things that you might view as oppression as oppression.
We control them, but we control them lovingly.
I've studied evolutionary biology.
I have no idea how he did not just burst out laughing from that. That is the funniest thing I've ever heard.
I think trying to equalize them and make them the same, transition and all that, I don't believe is going to be the most conducive.
You remember when we said he was going to be cool?
Yeah, that's like, what the fuck?
You brought up children being unequal to adults. I just hope you weren't comparing women to children.
It was technically a comparison.
I don't need you to protect me. I just need you not to harm me.
She's gonna fucking actually punch this kid in the face.
I am an incel.
I hate it when people proudly declare that they are incels. There's probably a reason you're in.
Toxic masculinity is real.
100%. I played fucking football, and there's so much toxic masculinity in that fucking sport. The only coach I've ever respected is my female boxing coach, because she was like very fair to everybody. I got hurt, like she wasn't like tough it out. She was like, fuck, are you okay?
There are so many different different types of men and so many different types of women. Men are just forced into, you have to be like strong and like a fucking asshole.
There was like this ideal like image for a woman of like being a housewife and like a
Yeah.
caretaker. Thankfully now I think this generation's gonna be a lot different.
What does toxic masculinity mean?
Throughout childhood, they're told man up. Repression is usually channeled into anger for some people.
I would love it if someone would just like, fuck you, we don't get angry.
Yeah, incel, yeah.
I don't get angry. I just call it male PMS.
It's my time of the month!
It's my time of the entire day. I do it all day, every day.
I make tampons for this!
He just puts a butt plug in.
I stopped the bleeding.
When you're showing your emotions, they will view you as weak. There were some cases where I was too emotional.
Wait, isn't he just describing toxic masculinity?
Yeah, literally.
Fine to act emotional in certain cases, but I don't think it's fine to act that way with a woman.
This guy has never been around a woman, I guarantee you.
These are the first 3 women he's seen other than his mother.
He looks out his window. Oh shoot, I was gonna go outside, but there are women out there.
What if I cry? They'll give me a wedgie and throw me inside.
That woman could be your best friend. That, you know, like...
He's like I'd have a woman as a friend.
How do you even talk to women? Like,
Their biology is just so different.
Yeah, they use words I don't even know, like Starbucks.
Today, women have more advantages than men.
Don't walk up there, you assholes!
There's a lot of positions that men simply aren't getting hired at.
the majority of women stay at home or don't have high-paying jobs, yet they're saying,
Men just can't go in them.
what are you talking about, dude? Go into a hospital, all the high-paying positions are men. A school and all the high-paying positions are men.
Sometimes for a lot of guys, finding a girl at all is hard.
A lot of
You finding girls is hard.
Look, buddy, just because a woman says no to a date with you doesn't mean it's hard for men to find a partner.
I play video games.
We should get her on the Costa Gamer. She plays games.
Dude,
let's do it. You want a collab? We promise we won't be that sexist this time.
yeah, we said some fucked up shit in the past. Real talk though, I tried to remove a lot of the really offensive shit, and YouTube's editor totally fucked up the video. I've considered unlisting the videos or whatever. I think I was 15.
Yeah, we were 16, 15, and we had like just the world's shittiest sense of humor. We had no filter. Our humor's raunchy and it can be pretty bad, but like we have a filter.
Jokes that are harmful jokes are not healthy.
A lot of people will just say racist shit or sexist shit and then just be like, it's a joke.
So there's a difference between an offensive joke and being offensive.
This guy has like weirdest haircut ever. It's like straightforward.
I like how he's talking about like, yeah, I think men should like have the voice, and you're like, look at his fucking hair.
But we haven't seen it from this angle yet.
Oh, I see.
He could kill someone with it. I'm not really vibing with this video. It's just kind of two people kind of like quietly disagreeing with each other. Let's do trans versus
Masculinity is disappearing in America.
So I think that there's an effort to mitigate strong men in America.
If you're an actually strong man, then I don't think you need people advocating for you.
The definition of the term 50 years ago, you had Martin Luther King, you had Sean Connery.
I like how we thought of a masculine man and he thought of fucking Sean Connery of all people.
Masculine characteristics are completely devalued. People like Harry Styles and Timothy Chalamet, you have people that are completely contrary.
They're not being devalued just because there's less of them. In fact, I wouldn't even say there's less of them. It's just that more diversity.
He brings up like Timothy Chalamet and Harry Styles. They're buff dudes. What the fuck are you talking about?
Back when in the silent film area, everyone always wore tuxedos, and we don't see tuxedos anymore.
I want everyone wearing tuxedos.
I dude's wearing a tuxedo.
And his fucking little America lapel, and his fucking red and white tube socks.
I didn't even notice that.
Testosterone levels for guys is going down.
Just punch your balls, that'll make more testosterone. Come on, balls, work hard!
Someone being trans doesn't make me like them any less of a person. I don't really use the pronouns that Ben would want.
That exactly contradicted what you just said.
The masculine traits are inherently in men. Women are now becoming more masculine. They feel as if they don't need men, which I think is the problem here.
Oh no!
Women should stay at home and do the cooking. I don't want no women getting jobs.
What do you want about $5? He was trying to become an NFL player. He has the build for one and he has the attitude for one.
I think this dude was so scared that he was going to be seen as not a man that he just decided to remove all the hair off his head and just glue it onto his chin.
The way our country has been structured have been because of strong men who have taken a stand, who have fought wars.
Okay, but there are also strong women who did the same thing.
Yeah, literally.
It's like women who would like dress up in men because they wanted to serve the country.
The feminist movement are attacking masculinity within men.
Oh no.
Ooh.
This guy's the easy villain right here.
Yeah. You think the women are your allies?
You think cross woman can beat me? She's a woman. I'm a muscular man. Catwoman punches him.
You actually think women are empowered right now?
Absolutely, women are empowered.
Who's the vice president? And how long did it take for her to become a vice president?
Jeez,
I was like, okay, this is gonna be a little civil, and then they fucking get heated at the end. Do you think women are empowered right now?
I feel like the ultimate goal of feminism is you should be empowered whichever situation you're in, whether you have a man, whether you don't have a man, whether you have a woman, whether you have someone who doesn't identify as gender. We should be promoting diverse opinions and diverse experiences.
I think we're not all there yet. A couple things holding them back, different parts of the world. Even in Canada, there's parts of Canada that are holding people back from like being fully empowered, but I like to think we made progress.
There is a right and wrong way to be a man.
I guarantee you that guy is coming.
100
That guy is coming over right now. Start moving your legs. I know you're gonna do it. He did it!
I knew it! This is the oddest mixed match of people. Like, he's like such a buff, like big dude.
And this dude's like the local pastor.
My biggest question for the other side, are you happy? Anybody that wants to fundamentally change society and change gender roles, to me, that's not happiness.
What?
I want to oppress you, and the fact that you're trying to change that, it doesn't make me happy.
He looks like fucking Ken Barbie, dude.
It's accepting society for what it is.
The most conservative thing you
literally
could say. I shouldn't change, you should change.
You're redefining a fabric in society that has kept the human race and got it to where it is today. So just
all men will become women, all women will become men, and then actually everything will just kind of be the same.
Why can't we just peacefully coexist? This dude's gay too. Like, what's his problem? Does he want to go back to the 40s where gay men were executed? Does he think that we should have not changed at all since then? Let's just love each other.
Let's make passionate love to each other.
We got a green screen, we could probably do it to whatever we want. I'm not licking you. I'm not gonna do it.
I'm gonna do a bunch of movements and I'm gonna Photoshop me over you so it looks like we're doing something.
I'll lay like this to make it easier.
Yes, Nathan.
Please send that to your boyfriend, by the way. Look at the new Costa Gamer video.
Go check it out. Me and Nathan are getting married this weekend if you want to come.
The problem is some people believe that men need to cry and lay on the ground.
I don't think that anyone's saying that. They're saying men can show emotion and can cry if they need to let it out. This dude is literally a fucking meme.
My name is Brandon. I had a lot of curiosities about what it's like to be a person who believes that they're a trans man.
Wow. This is the kind of person who mutters the N-word under their breath and is like, oh no, I love black people.
He's black, isn't he?
I know, I was just using
okay, I was gonna say.
I have a lot of curiosities about people who believe that maybe want to think that they possibly are maybe eventually going to possibly imagine that they could someday become men.
I followed some of that.
I have male privilege.
I've lived both lives, and I can tell you firsthand that it does exist. I am taken much more seriously in my career.
It's a really interesting thing. I've never thought about that, like people who transitioned into men. People who have privilege don't realize that they have privilege. They believe they're being treated the same as everyone else, and maybe they treat people the same, so they project their beliefs on everyone else. A lot of the stuff that goes on is invisible. It's not like people are actively publishing every time a black man goes to jail, even as a homosexual. Nowadays, homosexuality is, at least in some places, it's very accepted. Because of that, I haven't ever felt in danger because I'm homosexual. I've sort of thought about, I want to travel somewhere, and then I thought, maybe I wouldn't be able to go there because if literally someone pulled me over for a ticket, then I could go to jail. There are places where people get killed because they're gay.
I got a lot to say about this.
Of course you do.
Not everybody on this side presents 100% like a man.
That was...
Yeah, let's click off the video.
I'd say this person, non-binary, would be my first guess. All of them genuinely look like men.
You have the same physical capabilities that you did when you were a woman.
No. Strength is entirely different.
What percentage?
More than 100%.
How much protein do you drink, man? I just eat the protein bad. I'm fucking Brandon.
Do you even masturbate? Like, how do women masturbate?
My wife says with 2 fingers. I don't know how to fucking stroke my dick with 2 fingers.
I do it 7 days a day. I masturbate 12 a.m. to 12 a.m. and then I turn the clocks back. That's how masculine I am.
You're still not probably as strong as me.
Brandon, you're built. You are huge. I'm not as strong as you.
You're bigger than like 95% of men.
An elephant isn't as strong as you, Brandon.
What if a man was whistling at you?
I've had it happen to me. I don't care. You may think I'm attractive,
Right, and
that's
I
fine.
think-
It's cool. I get it.
think-
But get it.
Yeah, I am fucking sexy after all.
Women are not as strong as men and they get targeted. Sure, yes, that is a privilege that men have over women, but that doesn't mean that men have privilege.
Dude literally said,
All right, yeah, men have privilege, but men don't have privilege.
Women get targeted more, that's their privilege.
My wife has privilege because she has me.
Okay, Brandon.
Brandon is the one that says that his wife says that.
In a society that is so seemingly more level than ever before, why are we transitioning?
Oh God, what the fuck was that? What the hell just came out of his mouth?
What's his name?
Why are you offended by men transitioning? Why does it matter? Who cares?
Being a man comes down to every fiber within our bodies, whether that be DNA, chromosomes.
That's just called being a human. It's not like women don't have DNA.
Age is a social construct. Your ethnicity and race is a social construct.
Age is just a number.
I can't say I'm.
You can't tell me that you're a man.
I'm still a man.
You gotta tell me that you were born a woman. If I see
Right.
you in your pants, I'm gonna see something different. That will be troubling to me.
Brandon is personally pulling everyone's pants down and double checking. Like he's like a Scooby-Doo or something, like, you're a man, huh?
Let's see who you really are.
You are a man.
Fuck.
Eventually I'll catch him.
If you had to look at the difference between us, would that difference be the lack of a penis?
If we were naked.
Brandon, are you gonna strip for us?
Brendan's been looking for any excuse to prove that he's a man. The climactic ending is gonna be he's gonna have sex with one of them to prove that they're women.
Brandon, at random points of the video, is gonna have another article of clothing just taken off. Eventually, he's gonna be fully nude.
First it's his America. Like, tie comes off.
In my view, you guys are
appropriating the gender.
but biologically you're
Stop
not.
it, Clarkson. You're worse than Brandon.
He's like the shy kid who's secretly a neo-Nazi. The class would be talking about Joan of Arc and it would be like, Joan of Arc, she was a strong one.
Well, but a man could do that too.
That's the first time he's spoken all semester.
He looks like fucking Minkus all grown up. That's literally him, though.
He looks like he's gonna do his taxes.
It's not gonna bother me that you wanna. I would know unless I pulled your pants down.
Foreshadowing. Spielberg's in the background like, good job,
It's all
Brandon.
coming together now. And they're gonna all come together.
Brandon's gonna do it in one stroke.
Brandon has overcome his biological needs. He can constantly orgasm.
Children should be allowed to transition.
This is one I've always been kind of on the fence about. I do believe that children should be treated as the gender that they want to be treated at, but
Like, actually starting a transitioning process should be a decision you make when you're older. I think the age of 18, like maybe 16, but you're still at that angsty age. Still a kid, you're still figuring out the world.
oh hey, he has the same piercing as me.
There you go. Can we stop with this ad?
This is what I was talking about.
I do not believe children can make those choices, and I do not.
I'm glad that my opinion is shared by a trans person and I'm not just saying that on behalf of someone.
And if my child somehow struggles with this, I'm going to let it play out the way I believe it should be played out.
I'm concerned what Brandon thinks should be play out.
Brandon thinks football should we play that? Let's be real here.
I disagree with how they speak to me, but I love them as well.
I don't know. I feel like getting validation on something fundamental like gender is kind of important.
I'm a Christian and I don't believe in homosexuality.
Brandon!
He doesn't believe in it. He doesn't think it exists. I've seen guys' dicks. They're too small to be gay.
Brandon, not everyone's got a dick the size of the Titanic.
Pro-choice, this one that we were gonna end with.
I'm Natalie, and I am pro-choice.
Yo, I'm Brandon.
I'm a conservative male.
I'm Clarkson and I'm stupid.
I have 2 little brothers. He was not planned. She probably would have gotten an abortion. He has impacted our lives in such a positive way.
This is not going to be the experience of everyone. There are people who struggle to pay rent, do drugs and stuff. Are they really going to make good parents? Probably not. I think there should be a cutoff point.
Isn't there like a point?
I think it's like 6 months.
Life is beautiful.
And I agree with that, but it's like,
should we give that life something terrible if you can't give it anything good?
I don't think we should just abort babies left and right. Each situation is different.
Can we get Brandon back?
I just want him to stand in the back, right? He doesn't have to say anything. I just kind of want him there. It'd make this video a whole lot easier for me to watch.
I know a couple gay men.
They've gotten abortions.
Abortions are when
you poop, right?
I watched a couple abortions before.
When people choose to have their children and they ask for help, let's say family cuts them off, there are other people willing to give help if we ask.
That's not true for everyone, though. There are many people who don't have support networks or friends or family who will look up for them.
It's also more difficult for people of different races to get access to the same support.
Men should not be a part of the conversation.
It depends on what the conversation entails.
I think they should be a part of the discussion, but I don't think they should be like a main, because obviously it doesn't really affect
They should be a part of the discussion, but not part of the decision.
What if she had an abortion without my say?
I feel like you would be part of that decision, right?
Yeah, rogue abortion. Even though, like, appointments, it's hard to hide.
Honey, there's some more milk in the car. Also, I aborted the baby.
Sorry, sweetie. I know you wanted it, but like...
A lot of the individuals who are trying to make these laws right now are men. I don't think that it's fair for anybody other than the woman having to go through this to make that final decision.
That's true. Absolutely. Yeah. There are a lot of men in positions of power, and there are a lot of men who are pro-life, too.
When it wasn't legal, people still got abortions, and they just died in alleys.
Yeah. Nothing's gonna stop people from getting abortions.
No.
If it's legal, then at least they'll be able to go to a sterile environment where the doctor knows what they're doing and get it safely done. And you know, there are going to be people who abuse the system and like use it as a contraception. That's morally wrong, but that shouldn't stop anyone from getting one.
I've been reconsidering my views on gun control because mass shootings and innocent people are dying. If I have to give up some rights to own certain guns, I'll consider it. And I see it as the same thing with abortion.
Not sure if they're comparable.
That's a cluster of cells that could not, a lot of the time, exist outside of a woman's womb.
In an ideal world, totally. If there were resources and access and support, I'd be like, totally, nobody should have abortions. Yeah. But we actually don't live in a society where that's true.
If you were to have a pet animal and it was in your backyard and you...
Oh my god, I think she's the only person who can take Brandon in a fight.
The animal already exists. Do you mourn the death of your fingernails every time you clip your fingers? Obviously, there's a point where those cells become a human. That's when abortions should not be allowed. There's a point where it's just cells reproducing. It's not a human being yet.
The responsibility of pregnancy prevention is currently equal between men and women.
Other than in cases of rape or incest, I believe that pregnancy prevention is equal.
There are a lot of cultures like outside of the US where if the man wants to have a baby, he's gonna have the baby. It doesn't matter what the woman
100%.
wants.
Also, even though she mentioned excluding rape, I feel like that's not really something we can exclude because it's still not the woman's choice to get raped. Whether it's legal or intentional or not, it's still an asymmetric equation.
She looks like she's gonna cry every time she talks. I'm sorry.
She does.
She does. And then he's just smiling like...
This is how real conversations usually occur.
Most conversations don't start with 6 people who know each other while a camera crew watches their every move.
Thanks for listening and thanks for sharing.
Fetus is not just a blob of tissue.
I was really trying to listen to you.
You were just so stupid that
We made it through the most controversial Jubilee videos.
Brandon, if you're out there, let's collab, man. All Homo sapiens, that was it.
Hope you didn't totally hate our opinions, laughed instead of got angry at us.
Yeah, please don't get angry.
I mean, if you made it this far, I'm assuming you at least agreed with most of our opinions.
But be sure to fondle that subscribe button. That's an opinion everyone can have.
Unless you have like no arms, no legs, no eyes, no ears.
then I guess you probably wouldn't be able to subscribe.
In theory you could, probably won't be able to. Anyway, folks, fuck off.